proprietary. What is NFBook? In the local context of Cameroon and in particular in Africa in general, um, the reading culture is really limited to textbooks that we usually get from school. So students tend to focus on those and stay away from anything outside of that range. Um, so reading is really um, limited in the sense that when you have a physical copy of a book, there's no way you can actually share that in parallel with, let's say, 3 4 people at the same time or even more. um, and this is a problem. In addition to that, there's a specific genre of books that we are trying to push. uh, those books that talk about like our culture, our history, and this is narrated with people from the local context. Um, so NFBooks is at the base trying to solve like several issues. As I said before, the most important, uh, the most important of them being um, the fact that access to physical books is limited. Myself having 200 and plus books at home, but not being able to uh, share them with as many people as I would like, only those who can read the physical books. Um, the second problem the NFT project is trying to address is actually the lack of incentives. We are in a context today where uh, kids are only focused on their school books, and we need to find innovative ways, I mean modern ways to really encourage them to read historical and cultural books. The next factor or problem that NFBooks is trying to address is the research problem. We now have a lot of students, university students, who are doing incredible good work in terms of research, but they're very often limited with physical books, which don't give them the whole picture. They have to read the whole books to find their answers. So by digitizing the content of the books and turning them into NFTs, we are offering a solution for the research. But also we are adding another dimension to it, which is making sure that we are not doing research in a linear way as we have been doing now. One example being that in several cultures in Africa, or at least in the west part of Cameroon, um, the water, what we call water, is spelled the same as what we call music. So water and music are actually the same thing in this local context. And we want that symbolic research to be taken into account within our platform to address some of the issues researchers are facing on the ground. So overall, NF Books is about creating NF Books on our platform so that we address the issues that authors face with edition houses. We address the issues that readers face, such as a lack of the reading culture. We work with organizations that are willing to put some money to advertise their products and services. We use that money to incentivize young people to actually read. And so we want to create an atmosphere where reading culture becomes at least spread, starting here in Cameroon and expanding to the whole continent of Africa.